Two major developments today regarding the return of this man, Bill Buckaloo, to the Lewes Fire Department. Good evening. I'm Christina D. Robertus. Madeline Overturf has the night off.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our news at 6.
Our top story tonight, the Delaware State Fire Commission is stepping in, now requesting all documents related to the Lewes Fire Department's investigation. And at the same time, the Career Division of the Fire Department is saying recent incidents were handled improperly by volunteer management. Coast TV News reporter Emma Aiken is live in Lewes now. Emma, both of these developments unfolding today.
Christina, what happened here at the Lewes Fire Department has prompted the Delaware State Fire Commission to monitor things here. The commission says they want the documents of the Lewes Fire Department's internal investigation. At the same time, the Career Division of the Lewes Fire Department is breaking silence today, saying they want the public to know their full-time firefighters and EMTs had no part in these incidents or how they were handled. Former Fire Chief Bill Buckaloo is back as a member of the Lewes Fire Department, and now the Delaware State Fire Commission tells Coast TV it wants all documentation related to the internal investigation. The Fire Commission says it will review the documents to see if the fire department followed its bylaws. If the department did not, the commission says it's important to note, quote, the commission's authority to hold firefighters accountable for certain actions remains limited under existing regulations, unquote. At the same time, the Lewes Fire Department's paid firefighters and EMTs say they've remained silent, but today they say, quote, we wish to break that silence to clarify our position, unquote. The Career Division saying it, quote, does not agree with or condone any of the recent actions or statements made by volunteer members or volunteer leadership that have been the subject of public attention, unquote. The Career Division says the full-time firefighters and EMTs, quote, had no involvement in these incidents or in the decisions made regarding their handling, unquote. Martin Swanson, who lives in Lewes, says it all comes down to trust.
The major issue is accountability, professionalism, trust. If you're going to trust somebody to go into a building and come down carrying a minimum 150-pound person, you've got to have a chief and officers that you completely trust.
This all comes after Buckaloo was suspended from the department back in July. That suspension was for 60 days. In September, top department officials called for Buckaloo to resign. Then less than a week after the press conference, fire department members say they were sent an email that Buckaloo was being removed for 2 years. Just this week, sources say Fire President Wally Evans announced Buckaloo's reinstatement as a member. We reached out to the Lewes Fire Department today, and they say they cannot comment on department business. We also reached out to President Wally Evans and former Fire Chief Bill Buckaloo again today. We did not hear back. Reporting live here at the Lewes Fire Department, Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
Thank you, Emma. And this all comes after Bill Buckaloo was suspended in July for using the N-word in a public setting. Buckaloo was serving his 5th term as fire chief at the time of the suspension, but back in 2018, Buckaloo was arrested by Lewes police for disorderly conduct after urinating off a dock. And in 2020, while serving as assistant chief, Buckaloo was suspended for a Facebook post that included a slur aimed at a drag performer following a show in Rehoboth Beach. The post was later deleted, and Buckaloo did issue a public apology. But following Buckaloo's suspension in July, the Lewes Fire Department held an election to pick a new fire chief. Robert Stevens is now currently serving that role as fire chief. Full disclosure here, the current fire chief, Robert Stevens, is the husband of Coast TV's assistant news director and anchor, Madeline Overturf.